everybody to know all about nanoscience and technology. So we are dealing with the classification of nanomaterials from our last video. And also in our previous two videos, we learnt about the classification of nanomaterials based on its origin and dimensions. Further, we can also classify these nanomaterials based on its chemical composition. So to know how, let's start with our today's video. Based on its chemical composition, nanomaterials can be classified into various types, each of which is explained below. So let's have a look at them one by one. So the first type is carbon-based nanomaterials. So as the name suggests, these nanomaterials are mainly composed of carbon. These carbon-based nanomaterials exist into different forms and morphologies, such as carbon nanotubes, that is CNTs, fullerenes, graphene, carbon nanofibers, and carbon black. These nanomaterials offer various potential applications such as reinforcement for composites, electrodes for solar cells and organic LEDs, scaffolds for bone growth, water purification, sensors, improved coatings, and in electronics. The second type is metal-based nanomaterials. Again, as the name indicates, these nanomaterials are composed of different metals. So obviously the nanomaterials included in this category are silver nanoparticles, gold nanoparticles, copper nanoparticles, iron nanoparticles, platinum nanoparticles, aluminum nanoparticles, etc. These nanomaterials find their applications in medical diagnostics, antibacterial applications, drug delivery, cancer detection, water treatments, medical testing, fuel cells, etc. The third type is metal oxide based nanomaterials. Again, it is clear from the name that these nanomaterials are constituted of metal oxides. These nanomaterials include titanium dioxide, that is TiO2 nanoparticles, zinc oxide, that is ZnO nanoparticles, nanosilica, nanoalumina, iron oxide nanoparticles, cerium oxide nanoparticles, etc. These nanomaterials can be used for various purposes like UV blocking agents, antibacterial agents, biomedical applications, reinforcement of polymers, drug delivery, water purification, fuel cells. The fourth type is dendrimers. These nanomaterials are nano-sized polymers which are made from branched units. There are numerous chain ends on the surface of the dendrimer. These chain ends can be tailored to perform specific chemical functions. This characteristic makes it useful for catalysis. The three-dimensional dendrimers also contain interior cavities which can be filled with other molecules. Hence, they can be used for drug delivery. So as you can see in this picture, the center part, which is colored with blue, is the core of the dendrimer. And to this core, there are various branching units joined to it, which is shown by the black color. And at the end of these branching units, there are various chain ends, which is shaded with pink. And in three-dimensional dendrimers, there are these interior cavities which can be filled with molecules for desired applications. And in case of drug delivery, these cavities can be filled with our desired drug. The fifth type is composite-based nanomaterials. These nanomaterials are made by combining nanoparticles with other nanoparticles or with larger bulk materials. In composites, nanoparticles can also be confined with more complex structures such as metal organic frameworks. Metal organic frameworks, which are also known as MOFs, are crystalline porous solids which consists of metals or metal clusters connected together by organic ligands. Any composite can be any combination of carbon-based, metal-based or organic-based nanomaterials with any form of metal, ceramic or polymer bulk materials. Based on our desired properties for specific application, these composite-based nanomaterials can be synthesized in various morphologies. So now the applications of these composite-based nanomaterials are to enhance the performance of fuel cells, sensors and coatings, They are also potential candidates for aerospace and sport goods. They can also be used in conducting paints, gas barrier, reinforcement, and flame retardancy. The sixth type is polymers. Another category of nanomaterials include polymers. At the nanoscale, their optical, mechanical, thermal, electrical, and magnetic properties differ from the bulk one. There are three types of polymers such as thermoplastics, thermosets, and elastomers. These can be used to make nanostructures such as nanospheres, nanofibers, nanoporous membranes. These nanomaterials find their applications in filtration membranes, barrier membranes, membranes for fuel cells, fire resistance, and antibacterial textiles. Our last type is semiconductors. Semiconductors form another category of nanomaterials. At the nanoscale, their optical and electronic properties differ from bulk and are ruled by quantum effects. This category include nanosilicon, germanium, gallium arsenide, gallium nitride, indium. They offer applications in photovoltaics, rechargeable batteries, solar cells, light emitting diodes, and transistors. So this was all about classification of nanomaterials based on its chemical composition, and as you saw, it was all easy. There was nothing much difficult about it. Now by the end of this video, you guys know all three categories of classification of nanomaterials. So to those who haven't seen our previous two videos in which classification of nanomaterials based on origin and dimensions were discussed, can find the links for same on the end screen of this video. So do watch them so that you don't miss on anything. Okay guys, it's time to end our video, and like I say every time, if the video was helpful, then do appreciate it with your like and also share to those who would find it helpful. And very importantly, to be in touch with nanotechnology, you will have to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Okay then, until next time, keep learning and be happy.